Good Monday morning, Virginia. I'm Patty Martin.
And I'm Melissa Schroeder. Good morning, everyone. We're starting with live team coverage that you get as you get ready to head out the door this morning.
But first, we're going to go to Sydney Welch. She is in the Weather Center. And Sydney, coming in my car the whole way in said 32. I know it's probably fluctuating around the area, but that's what I showed.
Yeah, some areas seeing above 32, some areas at 32, below. It doesn't really matter if you're pretty close to 32 degrees. There could be some slick spots on the roads until the sun comes up and melts all that ice away. There's not an incredible amount of ice for the main roads, but it's going to be secondary roads that you see that. And of course, slick spots could be on the main roads as well, those primary roads. So this is a look at US 29 Business at Elon Road, and that's looking a little bit shiny out there, also foggy. So it's just going to be a difficult view as you're heading out the door. Half a mile of visibility in Lynchburg and Danville, half a mile of visibility for Martinsville, and just above half a mile of visibility in South Boston. So that doesn't help because you won't be able to see quite as well as you are traveling for your morning. But areas like Roanoke sitting at 42 degrees, much lower chance of ice there. Lynchburg teetering right near that freezing mark at 33 right now, and 32 in Martinsville, middle 30s for Danville and South Boston. Going through the rest of our morning, things are going to warm up quickly. The sun will come up at 7:31, and that will allow a lot of anything that's frozen to melt away if it's not in shaded areas. But then by the time we make our way to 45 degrees, that's going to do its job and melt things away. So it is going to be dry and a tad breezy today, but it's going to be the end of the week we're keeping an eye on for a rain and a mountain mix, kind of a repeat of yesterday, just not expecting that wintry weather to come down to the low-lying areas. We'll talk more about what to expect as we go through our next couple of days and this week coming up next.
All right, thank you, Sydney. Well, ABC 13's Paige Meyer has been keeping an eye on the road conditions this morning. She's in Lynchburg. Paige, what are you seeing out there?
Good morning, Patty and Melissa. Definitely not the Monday morning that everyone loves to wake up to. But the good news is for folks here in Lynchburg, right now roads aren't looking too bad. We're driving along 5th Street, but take a look at this camera angle. This will give you a better idea at what you're up against road-wise this morning. You can see roads here on 5th Street. They, for the most part, are pretty clear, looking a little shiny. And like Sydney mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of fog out here as well. The rain has completely stopped from last night, but with the rain that we did have, what we want to watch out for is the temperature. So in our car right now, it reads 34, which is just above freezing. The good thing is right now we're not seeing much of those isolated slick spots, but when the sun comes up in just a few hours and melts away some of that ice, we could see more of those slick spots come in. So as of now, because of the winter weather we see, Lynchburg will have that 2-hour delay. And that's not the case, obviously, with people who are headed to work. So if you do have to hit the roadways, no matter where you are, be sure to give yourself a little extra time and take it slow on the roadways heading into this week. Well, we'll be driving into Nelson County throughout Good Morning Virginia, so stick with us for some of the road conditions in those higher elevated places. For now, we are live in Lynchburg. Paige Meyer, ABC 13 News.
And we also have you covered with the latest on cancellations and delays in our area. Just check out the bottom of your screen. They're rolling there. You can also go to WSET.com. Most schools at this point, as Paige mentioned, just 2-hour delays, including Lynchburg City Schools, Campbell County Schools, Halifax County, and Bedford County Schools, just to name a few. We're going through, our producer's going through that list right now. There are a lot of them. Also, we want to pull up a photo for you this morning. Nelson County Public Schools is on a 2-hour delay. Now, you heard Paige mention that's the direction they're headed because it looks like this. The district says the school will be on a 2-hour delay this morning because of difficult driving conditions from sleet and snow. They also sent out this photo showing a pretty rough road. The school district says any updates will be announced this morning.